Hey guys, Tad here from Attack the Killer podcast with a new Patreon exclusive bonus video. As always, thanks for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thanks for being an attacker. It's awesome. You're in a small elite group of awesome fans that keep us going. So I've got a follow-up. I told you that I would do a follow-up video to the Universal glasses, and so spoiler, that's what I'm doing today. I've got a big stack of boxes. I waited for all of them to come in, and they would come in periodically and sporadically, so I was checking every morning. So I had to get them in 3 separate packages because some mornings one would be in stock and not the others. So let's just get to opening them and checking them out, because they've been sitting in my living room and making a mess for the last week. Finally got my last one, so I'm just going to open them and show them off. Sorry that this is 2 videos. I could have, spliced these into one video, but I've already uploaded the other one. Wasn't sure how long it would take to get these. And, I could also have made each one of these a different box, so you're welcome. Or each of these boxes a different video, so you're welcome. They do a really good job of wrapping these bad boys up. Luckily, I've got my trusty box cutter here. This is the one that seems to be the hardest to get. And it's Jaws, the ride. It's a really cool throwback. It has the crowd on the boat, and obviously Bruce. And a little bit about the ride, which you can't read on the screen, so I'll read real quick. Jaws, the great white is back, and you're in the water with him. 3 tons of sheer terror heading straight for you with devastating force, relentless, unstoppable, sending you rocking, rolling, and riding an incredible wave of fun, action, and thrills. He's nature's most perfect predator, so get ready for the most incredible adventure on the high seas with the all-out attack of Jaws, 1990. So this ride obviously is one of the most infamous rides at Universal Studios. If you've ever seen Mallrats, Kevin Smith obviously was a huge fan of this ride. And one of the first, obviously, originals. That's what all these rides are for. They're originals from Universal Studios when they opened in 1990. But this one was a fan favorite. Just like the movie, they had tons of issues with the sharks not working, because you basically rode a boat through a lagoon and through like a boathouse, and of course the driver was an actor, and he would say, no, we're okay folks, sorry for the disruption, and then the shark would come up, and then there's explosions and stuff. Really cool, but they had tons of tech issues with the shark, because just running stuff in water sucks. It's a pain. And the boat was on a track, and the sharks were on tracks and stuff, and they just had a lot of issues. And unfortunately, they replaced this ride with Harry Potter Diagon Alley, which is honestly probably one of the coolest parts of the park. So it's a little, I don't know how to say it. It makes it a little better, but I'm sure a lot of people miss Jaws. I never got to go on it. There's tons of videos, and this ride has been closed less than 10 years, so I missed it by a couple when I went for my first time. But yeah, it was a popular ride. There's actually a Twitter account where someone posts the same image of the Jaws, the ride, every day until it comes back. A lot of people want it back. They're building a 3rd theme park right now, and a lot of people are hoping that there's some kind of Jaws thing in there. If you go through Diagon Alley right now, there's tons of cool little Jaws Easter eggs throughout the park because they replaced that whole area. There's still one giant Bruce in the park, and you can still buy Jaws merchandise, obviously. Being a Universal picture, they still celebrate it. They just don't have the ride anymore. So I got 2 of those glasses because the Jaws ones are hard to find, and the shipping is the same on 2. So why not buy 2? You're like me, you're a collector. You can, reason that in your head too. So I bought 2 of those. I won't open the other one because it's the same glass. I'll do that on my own time because I appreciate the attacker's time. Even though I do a 10-minute off-kilter rant about Jaws the ride. One of these won't be horror related, so Sorry, that's just how it is sometimes. This one's a little better packed still. Probably because they're, yeah, okay. This is the one that's not horror, but it's still cool as shit. And you still get to see them, so sorry, not sorry. Right on the box it says, fragile, do not use a sharp object to open, but come at me, Universal. I'll probably end up cutting myself or ruining one of these glasses or something. This is actually I believe the only glass based on a ride that is still there, and that is the E.T. Adventure. Got E.T. there. You got the kids on the bikes, the old school logo, which is on all the merchandise, all the new 30th anniversary. And, excuse me, E.T. Hurry, E.T.'s home planet is dying and he needs your help. With an interplanetary passport, you'll soar beyond the stars, over the moon, and deep into the galaxy where Jumpums, water sprites, and tickly moon moots are waiting for you. When your special mission is complete, you'll receive a heartfelt personal thank you from someone you'll never forget. The E.T. Adventure. I love this ride. I could do a whole video on this ride alone. I won't because no one else gives a shit. But this ride is still there, and it's still in its original form. Obviously, they've updated some of the animatronics just to keep them going. But it's the only original ride left in the park, and it's my favorite. It's just so cool. It's very simple. The smell in the if you ever Google E.T. the ride, the smell. People make candles. They make the wax melts, sprays, all kinds of stuff. Because it has such a weird, unique smell. It has like a forest. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's unique to this ride. And you can walk around the building. It's sort of cool at Horror Nights. You walk, they have these lines around the building. You can smell it outside the building. And at first, when I went, I thought, oh, maybe it's just sort of something that is from sitting there. It's so long, it's so old, sort of like a musty basement or something. But no, I'm fairly certain they pumped this smell into it, and it's like a forest smell. The ride itself starts with a old video of Steven Spielberg introducing himself and telling you, you know, you have to help save E.T. They take your name at the beginning of the ride, and at the end, that's the where they say a heartfelt personal thank you from someone you'll never forget. At the end, E.T. says, you know, thank you, Tad. Unfortunately, I have a weird name, so he never says my name. They type it in the machine, so I always go with a fake name. That's a stupid old trick that everybody does. You give them, like, Dick or something, and you get E.T. to say Dick. Real funny. Anyways, that's still my favorite ride at Universal. Can't wait to go back on it in September. 100 times. This is the other non-horror one. If you're at all familiar with Universal Studios, you know this one's very popular. And it's Back to the Future. Now, what's smart of Universal on this one is they do Doc and Marty from the back, so they don't have to pay for licensing on the likenesses. Got the old logo, the clock tower, Back to the Future. This ride, 1.21 gigawatts, you know, has a time. Back to the Future. Buckle up. Doc Brown is sending you on the ride of your life in this time-traveling wonder car. A supersonic experience that propels you beyond the boundaries of imagination straight into the ultimate time travel adventure. It's a 1.21 gigawatt adventure that brings the blockbuster to life and hurls you into a new dimension of thrills and excitement. I never got to ride this ride either. They replaced this one right around the time they did Diagon Alley because they took over an entire area of the park for Springfield, The Simpsons, and this was one of the rides that was in that area, so they sort of purposed it with The Simpsons ride. So what this was a video, sort of one of the first virtual screen type rides. You sat in the DeLorean and they had a screen in front of you and it was virtual. Of course the car actually moved and stuff, but it wasn't like a coaster where you skyrocketed or, you know, actually went on a track. It basically put you in the air and would shake you, sort of like a virtual reality movie. And when they just switched it over to The Simpsons, they made it 3D, and basically you're sitting in like a roller coaster cart, and they lift you into this big dome, and it's like this huge IMAX dome type screen. It's 3D, and you sit in it, and it's a simulator, and it feels like you're going. And that ride fucks me up more than real roller coasters. It is insane how real it feels, how it tricks your mind into thinking you're actually moving and stuff. Yeah, so you can actually watch the Back to the Future ride in its entirety on YouTube, just like these others. But this one I think is even more immersive because they put the high definition video of original film elements. Obviously they brought, drawing a blank on his name, but Doc Brown back to film all the scenes for the ride, and they did the filmed the video with him, and so he's actually in it, and they have all the film elements, and I believe they put it on one of the Blu-ray sets or DVD sets. They've put them out, several sets, and I think the whole ride video is on there, so you can sort of just sit at home and experience it on your TV. But yeah, that ride's long gone. Never got to ride it. I won't bore you anymore with that. One more, and I'm curious to see how these glasses turned out because the box is in pretty awful shape. They probably shouldn't have put Fragile on it because I feel like FedEx guys are more likely to stomp on something that says Fragile. At least that's what I've heard. This one looks like it's been through to hell and back, so if it's broken, they'll just have to mail me some new ones. But there's a ton of packing peanuts in here. I assume this one's okay. Here's one that's not broken. Here's one that's not broken. I don't know how many. It's pretty sad when you don't know how many you ordered. This one's okay. Let me look at the order form and see. I ordered 4 glasses, so there should be one more in here. And these will be more up. Alright, 4, and they're not broken. Good news. These are more up the AotKP audience alley. Once again, don't try this at home. Brian made fun of me on earlier recording this week. I was using one of my Ghostbusters glasses to drink out of, and he's like, "Oh, cool, what glass is that?" And I showed him, and he's like, "Oh, neat." And I said, if you want to learn more about it, check out our Patreon page, and you can watch me unbox them. And he was like, "Yeah, just what people want to see, you unbox glasses." So thanks, Brian. Hope you're watching, asshole. Yeah. So finally scored one of these. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, HHN Retro Cup. So cool. Has the clowns, the tent, the ice cream truck, the logo, Shorty, Fatso. Has cotton candy, the shadow puppets, and like I said, the HHN logo. These are little, I think they're a little smaller. No, maybe they're the same exact glasses. Yeah, same exact glasses. And these, it's funny, these are $10, the new retro ones. These started, I think, at $10 at Horror Nights, and they jumped the price up to $15 like 2 weeks in. People were pretty mad about it, and then they put these on clearance on the website for $5 each, so I grabbed 2 of them because these are so cool. Now I'm sort of obsessive, as always, as a collector. Look over my shoulder. I didn't get these at the event because I never thought I would be able to get them home without breaking them in my luggage. My friend Adam successfully did so. He brought them back. But I got them now, but the problem is I got all of them except for one. And that's the Universal Studios Retro Cup. And you can get them on eBay. Last I looked, they were going for maybe like $25, $30 a cup. I'm paying $5 for these. I'm pretty cheap. I'm hoping someday more of the Universal ones will go up on the website, but I highly doubt it because I think that was the most popular ones. They might have sold them at the actual event before they went on clearance. So I can't see through the paper on these, so okay, cool. And the other one I got 4 glasses, but there's 2 styles, so I'll only open 2. This one this is probably my least favorite, but just because I'm a collector and they were $5, hard to pass up. I got this other one, which is the Stranger Things Retro Cup, which is sort of funny because it goes against, Stranger Things is a new show, it sort of goes against the grain, but it's cool to see them in this style. And as cliche as Stranger Things has become, and people sort of hate it because it's popular, I still enjoy the hell of the show. It's awesome. Has the kids, Demogorgon, HHN 2019, the arcade, Hopper, School Bus. It has all the stuff, it's really cool. Has 11. So just doing it in this cool retro style, and $5, you can't beat it. I have way too many glasses now. My wife's going to kill me because I don't know where we're going to put them. So yeah, this was based on the house. I don't know if it sounds like they're not bringing it back this year for Horror Nights, and that's okay with me. I'm okay with it either way. I understand it brings a crowd, but this year, obviously, everything's sort of fucked with COVID, so we'll see how and if Horror Nights happens. We have our trip booked, but we'll see. So yeah, thanks for tuning in again. That's my new video. Those are my Universal glasses. Now I have to, just like my toy shelves, I have to find shelf room for all of my glasses upstairs. Luckily my wife's at work, so I'm going to go do some rearranging of our cupboards. Probably need to wash these to get all the corona germs off of them. And yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks again, as always, for watching. Leave a comment. I've seen Roman's been leaving some comments. We've got some comments on some of my videos. Feel free to leave comments. Jason always sends them my way. Thanks for commenting. It means that you're watching it, and if you watch it, that's all we want. So if you don't like these videos, I'm sorry. I know opening glasses isn't the most fun thing, but I hope to give you a little history on each thing and a little fun tidbit for you. So see you next time on Attack the Killer Podcast.